Welcome to the jungle of Hero Wars. My name is Sudden Death, and today I will take you on a journey through the energy mystery. The fighting energy is one of the key elements in Hero Wars, and it's really important to understand the mechanics in this game completely. So, your decision to search for this video was already a brilliant step. So let's start with an overview. The first step is the mentioned basic workflow. Then we will go over to the killing and resurrection part. The question if dodging and shields provides energy. And how many energy units do we really have? Can a hero lose all his energy without using his ultimate? Is there a way to absorb energy? What is bonus energy? And how it's possible to triple your energy gain?
What the?
Okay, then let's start and get ready to rumble. Let's take a close look at Astaroth's energy bar. He gains for his normal attack exact 10% energy. So it would normally take 10 attacks for a full energy bar. But there is a second mechanic to get energy. It's losing your life. Every single % of life is converted into the same amount of energy. In my example, Astaroth loses about 49% life, and he gains exact the same amount as energy. So only 2 attacks from Kira plus 1 of his own attack are necessary to reach the maximum of energy. And all energy over the 100% limit is lost. Kira is now using her green ability, and nevertheless she gains the 10% energy. So notice that every active skill the heroes are using, they gain the 10% energy. It doesn't matter if it's green, blue, violet, or perhaps in the future orange. Now our friend Asta can finally use his first ability, named as Ultimate. And as everyone knows, all energy is used for this unbelievable skill. But look carefully and see the wonderful gaining of 10% energy. Let's jump to the resurrection part. We can see that Astaroth has died, but all his collected energy still remains. It's a really wonderful feature of this game, especially for squishy damage dealers like Kark. The next interesting point is the killing energy. You get for every killed hero exact 30% energy. If you kill a non-hero like Morrigan's skeletons or Elmir's clones, then you get nothing. Could you see in my example if Kira has gotten the 30% killing energy when Astaroth has been resurrected? Skip back if you want to find the answer by yourself. The resurrection ability protects the ally to fall completely to 0 life. Instead, it holds the life on 1 point and the hero doesn't really die. So the conclusion of it is that you don't get the killing energy, and in the case of a one-shot, the resurrected hero will only gain 99.9% energy. In this example you can exactly see what I'm talking about. Chopper has to attack before he can finally use his ultimate. Okay, then let's go to the next chapter, dodging and shields. If Aurora dodges Kira's attack, she gets unfortunately 0 energy. So dodging is really nice, but provides also no energy. Keep that in mind. Shields are absorbing damage. So this should be like losing your life, right? Sorry, no. But also in this case the heroes doesn't gain any energy. There's only one special shield which really provides energy like losing your life. But we will talk about it later. The whole time we are talking about energy and always in percent. But Orion has an ability called Full Charge, and we see suddenly some units of it. I thought at the beginning we have about 100 units like in other games. Now I know it better, and we have exact 1000 energy. Let's look at an Orion with a 500 extra energy in action. Luckily we can see the 500 energy directly on the screen. They are converted into the 50% special energy, and we can see that his energy bar is about 60% after one attack. So you see the 500 extra energy are incredibly strong, and that's the reason why Orion is a great damage dealer. After we have learned how hard the heroes are working to earn some of the yellow stuff, I will show you how they can lose all of it. I would say it's a big bug, but I can also imagine that the developers are saying, hey, it's a feature, not a bug. To see what I mean, keep a close eye on Galahad's energy bar. Could you see it? So let's look at this feature step by step. Dante uses his ultimate, which pushes the enemies away just a little bit before Galahad it does. And this is the perfect gap where Galahad's energy is already used, but his ultimate hasn't started yet. And the reason for the losing energy is in reality the activation of his artifact buff. Oh man, what a mess. And we see a sad Galahad. Here's another example where Dante interrupts the ultimate from Kark, the blue fish. It's not only the back pushing, every crowd control can do this. It's only the right timing. And this fight is especially funny because Lars gets interrupted twice. Keep in mind that the gap between buff and ultimate is very small, and not every CC in the starting animation can trigger the losing energy. To demonstrate it, I have recorded my fight against the Cleaver team, where we can see this behavior in action. Kira gets stunned by Cleaver 2 times while she's using her ultimate, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Now it's time for the real energy destruction, which is a real part of the game mechanic. We have some of those heroes. The first one is Astaroth, the Wall. Then Phobos, the Joke. Nebula, the Space Acrobat. Mr. Jorgen, and last and least, Tristan. Each of those heroes has an ability to destroy the energy of their enemies. This tactical maneuver can decide between lose or win in some fights. So be familiar with these abilities if you fight against them. Let's take a look at the energy burning in action. Astaroth's ability burns energy up to a maximum of 37% from the furthest enemy. And we can see the burnt energy on the screen again, and also on Corvus' energy bar. I marked the lost energy for you. And forget your mathematics skills. The 37% are meant as energy units, so it's not relative. Nebula's energy burning works a little bit different and is more, yes, complicated. She shoots a mind-blowing, really slowly sphere through the whole area until it explodes. All enemies in this area will be affected by it, and the energy absorbing depends on how many heroes are hit. So here we need some of your mathematics skills. In this example, her sphere hits two enemies, Sebastian and Jet, and her 100% absorbing is now splitted into two pieces. So we have minus 50% for each hero. The more heroes are hit, the less energy is absorbed per hero, and the next fight will show us this dynamic behavior. The first projectile from the left nebula hits three enemies, and the energy absorbing is now splitted into three pieces. Every hero loses exact 33.3% energy. Meanwhile, the right nebula has shot her projectile, and it hits all five of them because they are standing really close together. The energy absorbing is now only at 20%. And don't forget that the percent value is always meant as energy units. Now it's time for the most popular energy controller, Mr. Jorgen. He has a very nice violet skill which allows him to steal energy with every basic attack. The game says it's stealing, so that means the opponent must have some energy, right? And no. We have two separately effects, the burning and the gaining one. I show you what I mean. Markus has no energy yet, but Jorgen still gains 20% energy.
What the?
And after Jorgen's attack, Markus gains his 10% energy. Weird behavior, but hey, don't forget, this is Hero Wars. Mr. Jorgen has a second ability to burn the energy. It's not like the burning we see before, it's much crazier. His ultimate curses the enemies. It's displayed by this chained energy symbol, and it stops every source of getting energy. The lost energy is also displayed on the screen, but now it's crossed out. His curse allows us to prove every kind of gaining energy. Losing life, the green skill, the basic attack, killing energy, and the blue skill. You see, it's a very powerful ability, and that's why he is so popular. Enough of this absorbing, let's talk about bonus energy. What is it? We have Satori in this game, and he really loves bonus energy. If he smells it, his tail starts wagging. In the description of his violet skill, we can find what is not bonus energy. It's losing life, 10% from basic attack, 10% from the colored skills, and the 30% killing energy. We have already seen some bonus energy when we talked about the energy units. Normally we find the word extra or bonus in the description of the heroes, but not that properly. So let's look at all heroes with bonus energy. We have Orion the Machine, Mr. Jorgen, Kark the Fishman, Andvari the Tree, and Christian the Black and White, Phobos the Joe. These abilities allow the heroes to gain more energy for themselves or even for their allies. The game gives this energy gaining a special name, bonus energy. Let's look at this behavior in action and how you can recognize it. Every bonus energy will be displayed on the screen, always. So if you see suddenly some positive percent numbers on the screen, like this 50% on Orion, you know directly this is bonus energy. Orion gives himself every basic attack this incredible energy boost. Like we have seen before, Jorgen doesn't steal energy. He only gains bonus energy from his basic attack with his violet skill. But Mr. Jorgen has another ability to gain some bonus energy. His green skill, Cycle of Energies, doubles the gained energy of every source, except losing life, because it's a shield which absorbs damage. Now he's using his blue skill and normally it would provide 10% energy, but with this shield he gets 10% as bonus energy on top. Even for the ultimate or the killing. The cool thing is, he can give this shield to his allies and they gain the bonus energy. But the problem is the controlling of it. The ally with the lowest percent life will get it. On the left side it's Jorgen himself, and on the right side it's Markus. I promised you a shield which is like losing life. Now it's time for it. Do you know who I mean? Yes, you are right. It's Phobos. Oh, no, sorry. I mean Andvari, the tree. Andvari's violet skill is a special shield, which absorbs physical and pure damage and converted it into bonus energy. But what does it exactly mean? I figured out that this shield works exactly like losing your life. Let's start with saving the taken damage from Andvari's blue skill. Andy gives his shield to the lowest armored hero, in my case Martha. The gained energy depends now on the hero's max life. She has about 133k life and gets now the 20k damage. If we calculate the percent damage, then we get exact the 15.1%, which we see on the screen. In Andy's case, the gained energy is in comparison to Martha really low. It's the same shield with equal stats, but with a different value. He has about 320k life and gets less damage than Martha. If we calculate again the percent value, we get exactly the 2.6% bonus energy. Keep in mind that this energy gaining depends on the max life and the taken damage of the respective hero. Now it's time for the probably most interesting question for you. How it's possible to triple your energy gaining? I'm not sure if it's a bug, but I will share my findings. The basic of it is the bonus energy, and then we put some magic on it and
boom! Game over.
Joking aside, we need Mr. Jorgen and his cycle of energies, and additionally some other heroes with bonus energy. The trick is to combine the bonus energy with Jorgen's shield, and the result is tripled energy instead of doubled. Crazy! Let's look at this behavior in action. Perhaps you were wondering why Jorgen in the end of a fight goes so crazy with his ultimate. Here you see his unbelievable energy gaining with a normal basic attack, but where's the tripled energy? For that we need a lower Jorgen. This Jorgen gets only 4.7% bonus energy. Now we can better differentiate the energy types. He gets for his basic attack the additional 10%, and now the stealing begins, and boom, he gets the 4.7% and on top 9.4% energy, so the 4.7% is tripled. That finding wasn't enough for me, so I've tried to combine it with other bonus energy. My first experiment was with Orion, and the result was amazing.
Boom! What the f?
Orion is now completely overloaded and goes so crazy. The next interesting experiment was with Kark's Rift, which also provides bonus energy. We see the 14% for a normal block, and if his block is combined with Jorg's shield, boom, tripled. You think probably this will never happen in a real fight, but it does. Kark has really little life points and the damage on the front can be high. That's why he drops often low and gets Jorgen's shield. And voila, we see the 45% instead of the regular 15%. You are grumbly and think,
but with an Orion will this never work?
Sorry, but it can work. There's only one combination which doesn't work. It's Andvari's shield. Unfortunately, absorbs Jorgen's shield the damage at first, so Andvari's shield will never provide energy. Normally I would say at this point, thanks for watching, but for some specific characters I will briefly go over some exceptions. The first one is Astrid and Lucas. They are completely different and have rage instead of energy. The mechanic is 17% rage for a basic attack and nothing for losing life. If Lucas gets hurt in their ulti mode, they lose 7% rage per attack. Then we have Celeste. The only difference is that her ultimate is usable at 50% instead of 100. And a little bit different works Ishmael's and Jet's ultimate. It's a slowly sinking one instead of consuming all energy at once. Apart from that, all energy gaining is for this heroes equal. If you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to support me. In the end, I will clarify that this video is only made for the mobile version. I'm not sure what differences are in detail between Facebook and mobile, but we have some. I play only the mobile game and all my videos are made for this. If you play the Facebook version, you get perhaps new ideas to check. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Goodbye.